Hey everyone, buckle up! It seems like Pi Network price predictions are getting more ridiculous by the day. Have you seen it? $303,000, $300,000, even $1 million. Yeah, people are calling it the next Bitcoin, with all those early adopter vibes. Stanford geniuses, mining right from your phone, and all that buzz. But can Pi Network really live up to the hype? We've been flooded with questions, doubts, and wild theories. Our inbox has been buzzing, and some of you even sent us Pi's white paper. Smart move, by the way. So let's dive deep into it. Is Pi Network a revolution, or is it just another crypto craze that's going to fizzle out like so many before it? But before we jump in, what do you think? Could Pi Network really hit those sky-high prices, or is it all just hype? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're new here, don't forget to check out my previous videos on Pi Network's latest developments. Link is in the description. Let's make sure you're fully caught up on everything happening in the Pi universe. Also, while you're down there, drop Pi Network to the moon in the comments and let me know where you're tuning in from. I love hearing from our global Pi community. Now, if you love staying updated on all things Pi Network and crypto, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Your support helps us bring you more updates, insights, and deep dives into the future of Pi and beyond. And just a quick heads up, this video is for entertainment purposes only. It's not investment advice, so keep that in mind as we explore all these juicy predictions and strategies. Alright, let's get started. You know what's fascinating about Pi? It's like they're selling this nostalgic dream. Remember when Bitcoin first came on the scene? People could mine it from their home computers. Now, Pi's trying to make crypto mining accessible again, right from your phone. It's a pretty brilliant move, right? It taps into that deep-seated FOMO we all have. Everyone wants to be in on the next big thing, a second chance at the crypto gold rush. Yes, please. But hold up. Everywhere I turn, I see Mine Pi on your phone. It's all over the internet. Is it really that simple? And let's not forget, Bitcoin's value came from being scarce. If everyone can mine Pi, where's the exclusivity? I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Are you hopeful, skeptical, or just plain curious? Let me know where you're tuning in from. I love hearing your perspectives. Now, here's where things get a little technical. When you dive into Pi's technology, you hit a wall of jargon. Stellar consensus protocol, trust graphs. I mean, come on, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? What do those terms even mean? Let's break it down in human speak. Instead of massive mining rigs that guzzle electricity like there's no tomorrow, Pi's built around this web of trust. Think of it like a digital handshake where users vouch for each other's trustworthiness. It's like having your friends guarantee your transactions. Kind of cool, right? And that stellar consensus protocol, it's basically a system that makes sure everyone's on the same page about which transactions are legit. So, in a way, it's like a digital version of my word is my bond. But here's the kicker. Can this really compete with something like Bitcoin's ironclad proof-of-work system? That's the million-dollar question. Pi's taking a different path, and whether it's going to be as secure, well, that's still up in the air. Even if this whole trust graph system works perfectly, what's stopping someone from creating a ton of fake accounts to mine Pi like crazy? I've already seen people boasting about having millions of Pi. Does that sound fishy to anyone else? And let's not forget, Pi's white paper does address this. Their big solution? KYC, or Know Your Customer. It's a little ironic, considering most crypto projects are all about anonymity. But Pi wants to build trust. Their argument? If you're going to use Pi for everyday purchases like, I don't know, maybe buying a cup of coffee or paying for your online shopping, you want to be sure the Pi is coming from a real person, not some bot. Now, let's be real. Getting people to hand over personal info for KYC isn't going to be a walk in the park. It's a double-edged sword. Sure, it builds trust, but how many people are actually going to go through with it? Especially when they're not even sure if Pi will take off. This is going to be an interesting space to watch, no doubt about it. Speaking of interesting things to watch, the Pi mainnet launch. I'm sure you've seen the predictions. Crazy timelines, sky-high prices, and wild speculation. But what's the real deal? When Pi flips the switch to its mainnet, that's when things get real. And they're doing something different. A two-phase launch. Wait, 2 phases? I know, it's unusual, but it's like a soft launch they're calling the enclosed network period. This is where the mainnet is technically live, but there's a firewall, no outside connections, no trading on exchanges. Why? To give Pi users time to complete their KYC and migrate their Pi to the blockchain. It's kind of like they're slowly building the ecosystem before going full throttle. What's the ecosystem, you ask? Well, Pi isn't just about hoarding coins on your phone. They've got a browser with apps, a social platform called Fireside Forum, and even a barter marketplace in the works. It's like they're building a whole digital city before they even let Pi trade on the open market. Ambitious, right? But can it work if people can't cash out yet? What's gonna make them use Pi? That's where Pi's new mining system comes in. They're moving beyond just tapping a button on your phone. Now, there are rewards for locking up your Pi using apps and even running nodes. It's like they're trying to create a real economy around Pi before it hits the big leagues. And for those tech-savvy pioneers out there, running a node means you're helping decentralize the network and getting rewarded for it. It's a smart strategy. Get people involved in building the infrastructure, make them feel invested, and in the process, you're creating value. It reminds me of those early online games where people were trading virtual items for real money. They built entire underground economies from scratch. Pi is tapping into that same energy. But, and this is a big but, we won't know if this is all going to translate into real value until Pi goes open network. That's when the training wheels come off and Pi is allowed to interact with other blockchains. Any idea when that's happening? Well, they're throwing around dates like Pi Day 2025 or even Pi 2 Day. But, you know, it all depends on how smoothly things go with KYC and their ecosystem. And let's be honest, crypto launches have been all over the place lately. Even with all the hype, Pi's long-term value is going to come down to two big things: how many people actually use Pi day to day, and the strength of their ecosystem. It's not just about the tech, it's about the community. Which brings us to the heart of it, the Pi community. They're out there everywhere, sharing referral codes, developing apps, offering to pay for pizzas with Pi. It's like a movement. And that's a massive advantage. But as with all movements, the enthusiasm is fueled by big expectations, and if those expectations aren't met, well, we've all seen how that can play out. So is Pi the next big thing, or just another crypto bubble waiting to pop? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, we're all on this roller coaster together. Wow, what a ride! We've broken down Pi Network's hype, its technology, and all those sky-high price predictions. From Pi mining on your phone to questions about its real value and future. We've also looked at the challenges, like KYC and the trust graph system, and wondered if Pi can really become the next Bitcoin, or if it's just another bubble. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Your engagement helps us continue bringing you the latest Pi Network updates, deep dives, and much more. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you believe Pi Network can reach those predicted sky-high prices, or is it all just hype? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have any contributions or questions, feel free to share them down there as well. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you soon, Pi family!